It would be an understatement to say that the 8th season of the ABC serial The Rookie was a roller coaster. An ambitious operation in Prague at the beginning of the year set the precedent for a series of street-level cases and large-scale operations conducted in conjunction with the FBI. Long-standing villains like Liam Glasser and Oscar Hutchinson persisted in causing chaos outside of the weekly cases. But Monica Stevens ultimately met her demise in the penultimate episode of The Rookie Season 8. That would undoubtedly have to be Firefly, considering the majority of the original cast is returning for a new animated series. Nevertheless, Firefly is not Fillion's most cherished television program, despite its cult fan base. The performer, let's be real for a second. Crime shows are everywhere, from intense dramas to procedural series. It's one of the most crowded genres on television. So, how did The Rookie manage to stand out? It all comes down to one thing: perspective. Instead of focusing on experienced detectives or elite officers, the show follows John Nolan, a man who joins the LAPD later in life, becoming the oldest rookie on the force. That alone makes the story different. But what really hooks viewers is the balance. Action-packed cases, emotional character moments, humor that actually lands, and long-term storytelling that keeps evolving. And at the center of it all is Nathan Fillion, whose performance brings charm, depth, and relatability to the role. You're not just watching a cop show. You're watching someone rebuild their entire life from scratch. Now let's talk about the real reason you're here. Why is this show so bingeable? First, the pacing. Every episode gives you just enough closure to feel satisfied, but leaves just enough unanswered to make you click next episode. Second, the character arcs. Unlike many procedural shows, The Rookie actually evolves its characters over time. Relationships grow, mistakes have consequences, and decisions made in one episode can come back seasons later. Third, the stakes keep rising. Season by season, the show has slowly increased the intensity. What started as a grounded police drama has turned into something much bigger, involving dangerous criminals, emotional trauma, and high-risk operations. And that leads us perfectly into Season 8. Season 8 isn't just another season. It's a turning point. From the very first episode, you can feel that something is different. The tone is heavier, the risks are higher, and the consequences, much more real. This season pushes the characters to their limits. Physically, emotionally, and mentally. We see more dangerous missions, more personal conflicts, and moments that genuinely feel unpredictable. And then comes a finale that doesn't just wrap things up, it shakes the entire foundation of the show. Here's the part that matters most. Season 8 is ending soon. That means you have a limited window to catch up before everything shifts going into the next chapter. And trust me, you don't want to jump into Season 9 without understanding what came before, because the events of Season 8, they're not just important. They're defining. Major character decisions, emotional turning points, and shocking moments all come together in these final episodes. It's the kind of build-up that only works if you've seen the journey. Let's talk about the man carrying the show, Nathan Fillion. If you followed his career, you already know he has a natural screen presence. But in The Rookie, he delivers something deeper. As John Nolan, he portrays growth, vulnerability, determination, and quiet strength. Season 8 especially gives him some of his strongest material yet. You see a version of Nolan that's more experienced, but also more burdened. He's no longer just learning the job. He's living with the weight of it. And that shift makes his performance even more compelling. So, why should you start watching right now? Simple. Because you're at the perfect moment. You have multiple seasons already available, a nearly completed Season 8, and a major transition into Season 9 on the horizon. This is what binge watchers call the sweet spot. You don't have to wait years for content. You can dive in, get hooked, and catch up just in time for what comes next. And once Season 9 begins, you'll be part of the conversation. Let's flip it for a second. What happens if you don't watch now? You miss the emotional impact of the Season 8 finale, the buildup of long-running character arcs, and the full experience of one of TV's most consistent crime dramas. Jumping in later might still be enjoyable, but it won't hit the same. Because The Rookie isn't just about cases. It's about the journey. Compared to other crime series, The Rookie hits a unique balance. It's not as dark as some shows, not as light as others. Instead, It finds a middle ground that keeps it accessible while still delivering real tension. And that's part of why it works so well for binge watching. You can watch multiple episodes in a row without feeling overwhelmed, but you're still fully invested. Underscore, 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 underscore. With Season 8 ending, all eyes are now on what comes next. Season 9 is expected to bring big changes, new challenges, and possibly a shift in the team dynamic, which makes catching up now even more important. Because whatever happens next, it will be built on everything that happens in Season 8. Underscore, 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 underscore. Section 10, Final Thoughts. So here's the bottom line. The Rookie isn't just another crime show. It's a long-running story about growth, risk, and second chances. And right now, it's reaching one of its most important moments. Season 8 is ending soon. The stakes are higher than ever. And the future of the show is about to change. Which means this is your moment. Your chance to jump in, catch up, and experience it all before the next chapter begins. So let me ask you, have you started watching The Rookie yet? Or are you planning to binge it before Season 8 ends? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more breakdowns, updates, and deep dives like this, make sure you subscribe. Because when Season 9 arrives, you already know we're going to cover everything.